In America,
every human being on Earth lost today, but no one lost more than the American people.
And around the world, news that the US will be pulling out of the Paris Agreement caused a sensation.
It is disappointing. We would prefer the United States to remain part of the agreement.
But what's the Paris Agreement all about? And why do people care if the US remains a part of it? Well, the Paris Agreement, or Paris Climate Accord, was made back in 2015, when leaders around the world got together in Paris. And it was here, in Paris, they created a plan to fight climate change on a global scale, not just in Paris. The mission: stop average global temperatures rising 2 degrees by 2100. 2 degrees doesn't sound like much, but experts say temps rising by any more could lead to more extreme weather, dangerously high sea levels, and food and water shortages. So to make sure that doesn't happen, countries pledged to limit the amount of greenhouse gases they produce. And rich countries said they'd give money to poorer countries to help them move towards renewable energy. Countries would also set their own targets and choose how to cut back, because leaders agreed one set of rules might not work for everyone. 195 countries agreed to it, including Australia and America. But back then, Barack Obama was its leader. Now his successor, President Trump, has officially backed out. He said the deal wasn't fair to the US, would punish American businesses and lead to workers losing their jobs.
As someone who cares deeply about the environment, which I do, I cannot in good conscience support a deal that punishes the United States.
But once the US leaves, they'll join Syria and Nicaragua as the only countries not involved. Nicaragua refused to sign because it believes the agreement isn't tough enough, and Syria is in the middle of a civil war. The US is the world's second biggest polluter, and experts worry their withdrawal will weaken the agreement and make the targets harder to achieve.
That it affects the American people.
Nearly 6 out of 10 Americans are actually against the president's decision to pull out, and the rest of the countries involved in the agreement say they're sticking to it, including China, the world's biggest polluter. It's already taken matters into its own hands, making a deal with one big US state, California, to reduce emissions together, while the European Union says it plans to encourage other US states and big companies to do their bit as well. President Trump says he wants a new agreement to be made, one that won't affect American workers.
I will work to ensure.
But most of the world is still committed to the existing Paris Agreement and to fighting against climate change together.